before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? My friend and the practitioner, practice meditation, emphasize practicing and maintain to down. In the practice, we don't like use the knowledge because the knowledge that right in from the self-attachment, mean the subjective and the objective. Likewise, Zen master, he said that we go to the meditation hall to practice meditation. We cannot carry all the world, all everything the back in the meditation hall. One word cannot use even one word. So everything in our like in our stomach, in our mind, we have to put it down. Like when we go to the meditation hall, we put everything outside and go to inside to practice. Even we understand, even we memorize so many things, even we got from the practicing. We have to put everything outside to practice. We can practice this method, practice Huatou. So during the practicing, sometimes we recognize the sentences from the Buddha, sentences from the Patriarch, and understood on that, understanding on that. That will abstract our practice because still raising the discrimination, raising the self-attachment. The patriarchs so that's the one thought ignored or the other thought. Avoid the other thought to just practice, just answer question, maintain down. That's the core of the wisdom. Even we just only practice 1 hour, and after 1 hour, the breath in, no breath out, mean we go beyond the life. The core of the wisdom, we grow up in mind and analyze that wisdom will again to grow up until we get the fruit, until we get the awakening. So we have to very deeply believe in our own mind and follow the practice in the right practice of the patriarch to practice. To leave all of the self-attachment that is known in many lives before. And when we awakening, we will end all of suffer, we end all of the illusion thought and all of the discrimination. From discrimination, raising the anxiety. Kính thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô, toàn
Dear
thể quý bạn đồng tham.
monks, nuns, and all Zen practitioners,
thứ ba của tuần
today
thứ hai,
is our beginning of
tháng
the
10,
third day of our second week of
Và
2-week-long
ngày này
retreat
chia sẻ kinh nghiệm tu tập như là giải
of
đáp
the
những thắc mắc
2023.
phong phú.
So this is the time that we're gonna
Chúng ta
share
khi
the
đúng với chánh pháp của Phật,
practice, the experience,
gieo
and
tự động
questions.
gieo trong tâm chúng ta của chánh kiến.
The practice is going to help us to lead us to the right view, true right view. And whatever we encounter in our daily life or situations, we should rely on our practice. And even we understand the words of the Buddhas and the patriarchs through our scholar teaching, and it's gonna not able to help us in the long run, and we're not able to distinguish between the conventional teaching and the absolute teaching. And through the practice, we're able to recognize that, to differentiate through the practice, the true practice, we able to understand the true teaching, and our practice is gonna help us to go above all these situations, even all the difficulties, and our mind may open to everything, but not close up. And I have known some people in the Buddhist realm. They are very high scholar, study. They study a lot through different schools, and they're learning basically they able to understand a lot, and with the impermanence, the body it's eventually going to get sick, and they're all the learning, all the study, even they are the professors, and at the end of their life, on the deathbed, they're not able to use their knowledge to solve their birth and death on the deathbed. So it's just like the knowledge is not going to help them to solve the life ending on the deathbed. So when we learn, we're able to see this. When we learn from this path, we able to see the difference between one's own experience and one's own through the knowledge, only knowledge. And the practice is going to help us to have that kind of realization based on our practice. And if you're able to go all the way with the practice, our studies is important, but it's not that important. that is only from the wisdom of the brain. But with the wisdom of the original cell nature, that is going to help us. But the wisdom of the brain is not going to help us all the way. So just like an example, if you're able to learn how to cook, but if you only learn through the knowledge, only from the books or someone else, but you don't practice, you don't cook, you don't do the cooking, then you're not able to experience the whole thing. But so like Zen Master Lai Kwa, and he said that when you come to the Zen-do and practice, all the knowledge of from the text, from the sutras, even when you have this realization, when you come to the Zen-do, one word you cannot use. You have to let go, or he actually say that you have to vomit everything out of your stomach. In another word, you have to let go all the knowledge, all the studies, all the learn from the past. You have to let go. So in order for you to practice. So that's the words of the from Zen Master Lai Kwa. And another example is during the Buddha time, he was 80 years old, and he wanted to practice with the Sangha of the Buddha. And he was dedicate his whole time for the practice. Within 3 years, he did not lay down and practice, to keep practice. Within 3 years, he was achieved the awakening, and he told other young practitioners that you are young and you have all the potential, and you should be able to do as well. You can achieve the awakening as well. And when we not take the words of the patriarchs that you teaching, then we run off track and practice by ourselves. And when you're not able to deal with the world situation, how can you gonna able to deal with the Yama, the king of death? So this is about the worldly knowledge practitioners. They're not able to solve their own birth and death on their deathbed. So we should be careful with this. So at this time, for everyone who want to ask question or share their own experience, please raise your hands. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Ms. Kim Yến, please go ahead. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha, dear monks and nuns and all Zen practitioners. I would like to ask you to give me more words of encouragement.
Khi mà chúng con làm đối diện với lại tất cả các cảnh duyên, cho dù pháp thế gian hay là pháp xuất thế gian.
So when we encounter with our worldly life,
đối diện với công việc,
whether it's
thì con nói
we
là
deal with
những cái mà mình có phải là
the
những
mundane
cái mà
situation or dharma
cảm thấy
situation.
Là, phù hợp với mình cảm thấy rằng là tốt cho bản thân mình.
And sometimes we able to distinguish between the situation maybe or the teaching maybe applicable to us, and how can we distinguish our karmic habits.
Với lại những cái người bạn đồng tham cũng chia sẻ và cũng thấy trên cái thực tế cái cuộc sống ấy. Ví dụ như là đối với những cái cuộc sống hiện tại này mà mình cảm thấy là không có phù hợp với cái sở thích của mình, hoặc là không phù hợp
and there are some
cuộc sống hàng ngày, những cái
events or activities or situation is not applicable to us, not the way that we want. How we can get out of that obligations? How can we not, like, don't have to follow that patterns of mundane practice? Can you say more about that? Thank you. So in the Trust in the Mind by the third patriarch Sankan, he say that whatever you distinguish between good and bad, good situation, bad situation, good condition and bad conditions, this based on the self-attachment, based on the dualistic mode. And when you have that dualistic thinking, it's basically still in the hole of ignorance. And until you awake, then you're able to see the self nature. Everything is enough. There's nothing lacking. And right now we still see this good condition or best fit for you or not. So that is because we still have this strong dualistic grasping between this and that. So when we talking about this, we have to see whether it's that person is beginners or advanced practitioners. Just like an example, like a baby. If a baby is represent your as a beginners, so when a baby is cry, you're gonna give her or him cookies or candy. He's gonna stop crying. So it's just like same thing in the Dharma realm. So beginners, maybe they need a little bit of that dose, to help them to have the trust in the mind slowly. And as a practitioners, we always strive to recognize that if we still have the self attachment, so we gonna release it slowly, and time by time you're gonna able to recognize that you are on this path to let go of the self attachment. And it doesn't matter whether you see it's letting go or not. The more you attach to see that you letting go or not, because it's gonna create more affliction. but everything is coming from our own mind, our own thinking mind, dualistic mind. So based on our own practice, it's gonna be self let go. So you don't have to worry about, you know, whether you have been letting go of your self attachment or not, because that's still on the dualistic thinking or desire. So it's just right now we on the practice of still on the verge of the dualistic practice. So, and we want to define the absolute path, and there's still a lot of distraction out of it. Still a difference, a big gap between that. So, just basically just continue to practice, and you're able to see the true or define your original self nature. So right now it's very we can see the trickster in our practice. We can see the trickster is always trick us in this way and that way, good and bad, good condition, and you can see yourself is slacking, and then you try harder to make yourself look better or practice better. So the practice here is slowly you're gonna familiar with it. So don't force yourself. Just as long as you continue to practice, and you're able to see the difference naturally in a way, without the dualistic mind involved in the process, and you're able to strengthen your practice. So it's just like a young student. If the young student dedicate the time for the study, then he's gonna dedicate the whole time for the study, and the habits of going out and play around or hang out is gonna reduce naturally, so automatically. So it's just same thing with us. If you truly dedicate to the practice all the time, then eventually all these old habits or the worldly karmic energy basically is naturally or automatically self-release. So the patriarch usually say that when you apply the one mind and one practice, and as long you have one mind, one heart, and the patriarch say that in 30 years, if you not achieve the awakening, because our mind keep changing, if full of self-attachment, it's going to be very difficult for practitioners, and it's hard for us to achieve great passion. And one of the Zen masters say that even if we 30 years we're not able to achieve this awakening, then it's gonna continue in the next life. But if you have this really strong determination for the practice, and within 1 nanosecond it's gonna transform everything. So that is just as a reminders for all practitioners. The patriarchs want us to have the strong mind, the concentrated mind, the Huan Bo,
thì phải
Huan
qua một
Po,
cái mùa
he
đông
said
lạnh,
that
giống như là qua
the
một cái khóa
mind
tôi luyện á,
is just like the
một
flower
sự
in the
khó
winter.
khăn, như là cái
It's
gian
keep
nan thử thách. Nó
its
vượt qua được cái gian nan, cái khó
discipline
khăn, thử thách đó thì
or
sự
this
thành công nó mới vẻ
its
vang. Thì
determination
cái
to
sự
survive.
giác ngộ á, nó mới là
And
có cái
in throughout the winter
mạnh
and
mẽ,
then in the spring,
giá trị.
the flowers gonna bloom beautifully. So it's same thing with our practice.
Chị nói vậy nghe hiểu không?
So
Dạ hiểu ạ.
do you understand?
Con
Yes.
xin
Thank you.
cảm ơn thầy ạ.
Thank you,
Mời
Thầy.
Mỹ Vân.
Miss Mỹ Vân, please go ahead.
Kính chào thầy. Kính thưa
Dear Thầy,
sư cô
and all the nuns and practitioners, I just want to share with you my practice so you can teach me more. So during the time for our sitting and walking meditation, and during my time for other things,
nó cứ có câu thoại và
and my
mình
Huatou question,
nhưng mà nó vẫn phát khởi được cái
my Huatou is able to continue during during my chores.
Hôm trước thì thầy có khai thị cái vấn đề là,
and I think last time you already explained this. Just practice unconditionally. And can you say a little bit more so I can dedicate my practice correctly? So all the situation, and you're still able to maintain asking the Huatou question. So that is a good sign. And as long as you have this Huatou question all the time, and then your distinguished mind or discriminated mind is gonna lose its momentum. It's just like before you may love to go out and shopping a lot, and now it's just that habit is just automatically stop or slow down. So that means that your practice is going well, going in the right direction. So we don't use the Huatou to suppress that behaviors, habits, but the Huatou question is basically automatically help us to do that. Just ask that. So things in our life, work, family life, and whatnot, as going on as normal, and you should apply the practice alongside with it. And your greedy mind is also, it's gonna slow down as well. So if you have enough money to spend, that's good, but you're not going out your way to make yourself richer. With this practice, if you don't care about, if you're gonna go hungry, and go beyond the fear. So with this practice, you're able to see that it's a good for your practice, but you should not use it as something that you achieve, because you see that you achieve something, then you're gonna build your own self-ego. So people say that, oh, why you like being a person that not motivated to live in life, to achieve something in life, but you just have enough in your life. So it doesn't matter what people say, you just trust in your own mind and you know what you're doing. With your practice, you're able to see that your true nature, and you can smile with it. A lot of gossip, a lot of temptation in life, you can smile with them. But your mind is really concentrate on the practice, on the path. And as long as you walk on the path, that is the path leads you to liberation. Probably there's some temptations in life, but you're able to smile with them. Or you can see all the co-workers, friends, and they could be like they try to because of their life that they want to take advantage of everything to make themselves rich and so on, or have a better life. But on this path, you're not, that is something that you want to you got lure into. So basically you continue with the practice, and the practice is going to lead us to a better life within yourself. And this is required the strong mind, the determination mind, that you're able to stay away from all the temptations. So you're able to be your own boss, be your own self. So when you practice, you're able to see the difference in life. So you not even you able to achieve that kind of practice. You should not attach to it. You should not build the this abiding into it. You just continue to go to go with it. So thank you, Tay. So Miss Kim Huang, please go ahead, ask your question.
Dạ, alo.
Alo, dạ, mô Phật.
Dạ, thưa thầy là dạ Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật.
Nam mô Sakya Muni Buddha. Dear Thais, dear monk, nuns, and all Zen practitioners. As a practitioner, is asked me to ask this question in your Dharma talk today. Our brain eventually is gonna destroy when we die. Basically, the wisdom of brain is gonna destroy when we die. It's gone. So right now, with our daily life, with our work, and if we don't use this wisdom of the brain, how can we work? And along with that, with my practice, it make me lazy to think and feeling that it's gonna affect my work and its quality of work. So the two problem you should mention is basically still self-attachment. Even you want to stop all the thinking, that's your problem. And if you want to increase your thinking, that's still attachment to the self. So all the functions of our sensors, our faculties, they have their own function. Like the legs has its own function for walking. The sun, it has its own function. It's raised in the east and set in the west. So when you try to destroy this function and that function, and it's going to create a problem. And the Buddha say that before thoughts and the teaching of before thought and none before thought. So when the Buddha been asked by students that why the arahats they have crazy thoughts when when sentient being says see trees as trees, moon is moon, mountain as mountain, and the arahats say the same thing. So but this is the worldly knowledge. When sentient beings say or name or label that, the arahats say the same thing. So it's not before thoughts. But the sentient being you say the worldly labeling, and the arhat say the same thing. But sentient being is want to see that the arhat should use the before thoughts. But so that is related to your question. Is basically is when people use that, they use that, so they don't want to do the difference because it's get along with the worldly function. So with our practice, it's basically it's going to help us to automatically sweep out this all this skip the discursive thoughts. So therefore we need to learn and practice like this, so you're able to see the right practice, the right learning. So so that's why we need to learn how to make it the cake correctly, so it won't make it the wrong way. So it's based on your practice, your learning, your dedication. And if you're not able to make it, you keep trying and trying until you make it. Whether you have the mind to do it, or the heart to do it or not. So when we are talking about the mind is not able to grasp, to hold on, to feel, to touch, to see. So this is the teaching that nothing to hold on to. So that's why it's very difficult for beginners to understand this, and we have to have this trust in the mind. Require you to you need to really continuously go on with the practice and learning. And in your daily life, we're not, like not allow you to think, not allow you to talk. It's just like not allow you to eat or and not allow you to take medication when you get sick. So when we attach to that kind of pattern of thinking, it's become extremism. So we have to be careful. So you understand what I said? So I think my friends are gonna understand. So we are running out of time, and thank you so much. So we need to practice. We not just go on this without practice. Thank you. You have a good day.